welcome back to my channel. In this video today, I'm working on my main pond, on the precisely on the waterfall. I mentioned it in one of my videos a while ago when I was doing the growing pond, and I wanted to build a little planting river, planter trough, planter river, barky river, whatever you want to call it. Something. It's basically it's a little trough where planter baskets are placed in, and then the pond water flows through, and hopefully then those plants will take then nitrates and phosphate out of the water while it's passing through their root system. So yeah, this video is a bit longer, and I recorded clips all last probably 2 months here and there when I was doing the brickwork for it, when I was fiberglassing it. So it's not a 1 week job I usually do. Also, this happened in between. I was doing little pieces at a time while I was on the ground pond, just when I couldn't do anything on the ground pond because the fiberglass had to dry or the top coat had to dry. So I then took little moments and was building on it. But then in the last couple of days I've put it all together, and hope you will enjoy this video. It's a bit longer, sorry for that. And some clips I was waffling on a bit too long, I think, and I hope it's you guys not getting bored of it. I hope you enjoyed, and see you during the journey of my little planter river. Bye for now. We're back, and as you can see, I laid the bricks for the little planter river, bark river, shower river, trough, whatever we want to call it. So I laid them there. Just let me just go around. It's very crude. It's nothing really fancy. I just put them there. Put them on top of the concrete so they're nice and stick to the concrete. Put the pipes in. Overflow there. And now, as you can see, I'm starting the fiberglassing. Cut all my pieces. And I'll come back to you when I've done that fiberglassing. Hopefully it all goes to plan. So it's nothing huge or fancy. It's just it's the width of one of these planter baskets I got here. One of these planter baskets, that's the width, and there's enough on the sides. So it's only putting, let's say, five or six planter baskets in with plants. They suck the nutrients out of the water while it's traveling through it. That's all what it's supposed to do. I'll see if I can get a few little floaters that can go in there, even better. Okay, that's it for me. I'll come back to you when I fiberglass this. Good, got the fiberglassing done. That's worked out as I hoped for. The only thing I was pretty lucky was just made with my resin. There's nothing left over from my resin. So got it done, and now I'm doing the top coat. Okay, see you then. Good. So first, the coils in the main pond, they're all doing fine. I'm very happy with the water quality. It's crystal clear. I mean, finally, after now, the second season, no, not the second season, the first full season for the brushes, they're finally working to what they should do. They're getting now doing the fine filtration, so I'm getting now really crystal clear water. And yeah, let me show you what I'm doing now. So this is here my filter chamber. First thing, I invested a couple months ago, and I didn't make a video of it. I thought plenty of videos out there when people do it, so I made a little video. Didn't make a video, sorry. I didn't make a video of it. I installed, let me get the better. It was a UV reactor, stainless steel one, 60 watt. Because not that I wasn't happy with this one here, the Jabal. It worked fine. However, originally I bought this reactor for the growing pond. So in the growing pond I wanted a quality pump, I wanted quality UV light. I had it all measured. I thought, yep, that would be perfect, and it would have fit. But then when I got it delivered and I looked at it, I thought, this is quite a big unit, and it would work much better in the main pond than in the growing pond, because as you can see, the entry and the exit ports, they're 110mm or 4-inch pipes. So I had to reduce it because all my system is on 90mm. So I had to reduce it to 90mm. Works perfect. It's great for me. So I put that in a couple of months ago, and yeah, I'm super excited. I love this UV clarifier, and I believe it because it doesn't restrict the flow. I get full flow out of it. Not like the Jabal is good, and like most UV clarifiers are designed with our 50mm pipes or smaller, but I thought this one I will have a spare. I'm not sure if I'll leave it in here or I just take it out and have it spare in the shed lying around, because what I'm doing now, my little project, as I said, it is the little planter river I built up there. Let me go up there. I'm pretty sure I made a little video, but I'll have to check where I ended up with it. Anyway, so I built this, and it's not fully finished yet. This week I'm finishing it, but I fiberglassed it, top coated it, tested for the water levels. It's all watertight, and this one will be pressure filter that at the moment is connected to the pump in the pond, and it's doing the waterfall like you've seen in previous videos. The pressure filter, it will come over there. It will go into this little chamber here. It's very tiny, and I'm not sure if I'll get some ceramic media or I'll try a crazy idea I have in using cleaned charcoal, put it in there, let the water go through, and it comes up here. There will be a pipe going down to the center, and the water will go through like the ceramic media in a shower, or in my case in the growing pond, the static media. It will go through, come through this pipe here, and then go into that planter trough or river. So the water will then go through all these plants. There's already one in here, and you can see we've got autumn, the leaves are coming down, and then exit via that pipe onto the waterfall. This here is just in case a little overflow mechanism I have, just in case this blocks the material there, blocks all something in the pipe, blocks whatever happens, and not enough water goes through this out here, it can always overflow via this little gap. So yeah, this is my plan for this week. That's all finished. It's watertight. So the water goes down the waterfall, but what I have to do, and this is the biggest challenge I have, is what I said in a video before. My skimmer over there, under there, and there's a pipe for it. It's not, this pipe doesn't work anymore because it was too small. It didn't do the function I expected. It's because it's just a 50mm pressure pipe. It doesn't get enough. It's not big enough to get enough draw into the main filter chamber. As you know, in one of my videos when I was building this filter chamber, I had to connect a 90mm pipe, go through the wall, lower the pond level, everything, and connect a 90mm pipe with a slide gate from the chamber into the skimmer to compensate for the water was throwing out with the pumps, because I had the difference between the pond and the filter was too massive, so I had to create that. So these two 50mm pipes, they were doing the skimmer in the corner there and the main skimmer over there couldn't keep up, couldn't get the flow through the system. Plus, I don't know if I mentioned it before, I'm pretty sure I mentioned, I made a mistake. I put 90mm pipes on the bottom drains. They restrict the flow too much for this filter chamber here, for the pump system. And that was the main reason, as I mentioned, the growing pond over there, that I went for 110. It's only a 4,500 litre system, well, 3,000 litre pond plus another 500 litre of filter. So overkill on the bottom drain pipe. However, I didn't want to go through the same pain with the ground pond I had with the main pond. I have two small pipes that don't give me enough flow into the brush chambers. So yeah, that is now the project. What's happening now is the small 20,000 litre pump, that's the second pump that is in this chamber, basically under the ball valve there, that Jibal pump, that will come out, and I will install it on this line here behind the skimmer, basically behind that union joint there. It will go roughly there will be the pump, then it comes straight over here, and then what I have to do is over here I have to make a hole into the wall and go underneath the pathway. I don't know how I'm doing it. This is what I said, the big challenge. I have to make a channel, a little tunnel under this pathway, coming out here, dig a hole there, come out there, and then connect. I'll keep the flexible pipe just for convenience, and I have that much. I don't want to waste it. Connect the flexible pipe to pressure piping that comes out there, and then you go behind the waterfall and behind that the river, the planting river, to over there where the pressure filter will be, and then that water, the pump will deliver the water from the skimmer through that system. So I'm basically going back to something I didn't want to do in the beginning. Have a separate pump just for the skimmer, but I'll be honest enough to say I'm realizing a little mistake, or the mistake I made. It is quite good having the skimmer on a separate pump, so you can put a timer on the pump, turn the pump off on the skimmer, and then do the feeding. So you don't need a feeder ring, or you have to place your feeder in a separate area so that the food is not getting sucked up by the skimmer. So this is basically, hope, let's say I catch 2 flies, hopefully with 1 slap. I can feed in the main area the kois, and I can, while they getting fed, the skimmer turns off for 10-15 minutes, 4 or 5 times a day. It's only a short time, doesn't matter much. And on the other hand, so I'm not losing the food. And then on the other hand, no, I lost my thought. So catch the food. The first fly is turning the skimmer off to feed in the main area. Plus the second is drawing water through the planting area, to the planter area, to reduce the nitrates and have more draw as well on the skimmer. The skimmer doesn't have a huge draw, and yeah, that I basically don't like that. It has draw. It keeps the surface nice and clean, but as you can see now, the leaves are not getting sucked straight away into the skimmer. They're just swirling around until they get into the right position, and then they go into the skimmer. So that's the thought behind that little project I'm doing now. And yeah, that's basically what I wanted to just touch on. I will make updates as I go. While I try to get underneath the slab, that's the biggest challenge I have, and I'll see, it drives me nuts just thinking about it. And yeah, and then for some reason, very funny, I developed a little leak on this area here. I think it comes from one of the pipes. I hope it comes from one of the pipes, and it comes and goes. It's actually quite interesting. Last night when I came back home from work, I was quite shocked how low the level it was in the pond. So I checked here, and yeah, it looked like this. I had a puddle and it was seeping quite a lot. Then just before I started recording, I just went into this chamber, cleaned it up, because I didn't want, it was quite a few leaves in there. I didn't want to record this chamber with all these leaves. And it was almost dry. Okay, now after I cleaned, it's seeping again. It's something, I hope it's on the pipe, that I must have touched the pipe and then opened that seepage again. So yeah, I think it is that pipe that I will take out for the new skimmer pump, or for the pump to the skimmer, and then that gets capped off from the inside. I hope it's that pipe and not this one, because this one I like to use again. Yeah, so it's fun and games in this business of doing koi ponds. And then yeah, just show you my brush filter chamber, and I think a lot of you out there will be shocked. I don't know if you can see it, how clogged these brushes are. They're that clogged with whatever waste, whatever is in the system, biological matter. Yeah, they're that clogged that all the brushes have, all the curtains have, brush curtains have sweep that way. But it's one of the reasons why my water is not so clear. And yeah, and just I checked it before and I just do it now. You might find it now disgusting to watch this, but just watch this. I go in, I grab a bit of this stuff, you see, and let me just turn you around. So you smell on it, and I know you guys will think I'm crazy, you know, but it doesn't smell putrid or anything. It doesn't. I can't almost smell anything. Well, my smell is not the best anyway. My wife is, like most women's, smells better. I can smell when it's, smells like shit. Pardon the language. But yeah, this just doesn't smell anything. It's more like a bit like a slight floors when you dig humus in the woods. Yeah, that's what it all basically smells like, and that is a good sign. As long in the brush chamber, when you pick up the waste out of the brushes, it doesn't smell, or it has a smell like you're in the woods, in the forest, then it's all good. That is just an indicator that your system is running really good, and you don't have to worry about any bacterial issues or any other dramas. And this is what I do quite often when I see my brushes. These needs to be cleaned in the next couple of weeks. This week I will not clean them. I'm trying to delay that till a bit later. When I see them building up, I just have a quick smell on them, and as long as it smells neutral or like forest floor, I'm happy with it. That's how it should be. Just a little information. Although I know a lot of you, especially the faction with the drum filters, will now be up in arms and probably shake their heads at me. But this is how a multi-bay chamber, especially with brushes, should work. It should keep the waste in there. The waste should be digested by all the microorganisms in there. Maybe bacteria, little fungi, little other things. As long as you have that in the system, that's what you want. And this is one of the drawbacks of a brush filter system or multi-bay filter. It takes time to develop. It's not like a drum filter system that you basically almost instantly after a week get crystal clear water, bang, this takes about a year to 2 years to develop. So for me, I think it has now kicked in. My brushes have a nice really thick biofilm on them that catches and like a magnet almost draws all the fine particles in there. And then I have the moving bed filter. Well, I'm not a fan of anymore, but that does not the next step of the nitrification cycle. So it happens in this multi-bay filter just normal. So as you can see, it works. My fish are happy. I don't have any dramas. They hardly flash. And if I see a fish flashing once during a day, I don't care. Because if I will be put on the chemical shower just because I scratch my back while I'm working it, I will be very upset. Who of us does not scratch their back? So just a little thing. I know it's a controversial thing for a lot of koi keepers, having all this waste in their system. It's not for me. If you have the right system, it works by itself, and I don't have to worry it clogging up because the brushes, as you can see, as soon they build up, they were just starting to open up. And the last this is the thing, the last curtain hits the wall in front of the next that goes to the next chamber, and yeah, it just cleans it. I don't have any dramas. I'm very happy with the system. It works. It's not perfect. I wish I would have known a few things before, and yeah, the things I know now I've put into my ground pond system, and hopefully that will work. I mean, so far it does the job. I love it, and I hope it does it in the future. Okay, that's for me. I have enough waffled on enough. Sorry for that. I actually didn't plan to make it that long. I think we're over 20 minutes already, and I still want to have another couple clips in there during the modification I'm doing. So yeah, be with me, and yeah, to the next little clip I'm making. See you then. Bye. We're back. A little update on our progress getting a pipe underneath the pathway concrete slab. Yes, I was naughty, but it was that hard. I had to do a shortcut. I'll show you. Okay, just hang on. This is messy now. I'll see if I can get it on the camera. So I have a pipe here I used to help me, and I started. I'll zoom you a bit out to get a bit more in the picture. So I started in the pit. As I said, I cut this hole, cut a hole, chiseled it through, and I started using a little metal star picket going forward, but underneath this concrete slab it is just poured on solid clay or semi-solid clay, whatever you want to call it. It was almost impossible to just penetrate it, and I lost a bit my patience with it. So I thought I'll do it the shortcut way. Got my high pressure washer, connected it up. Well, I put a bucket underneath, but the bucket actually didn't really do anything catching water. So I just used the high pressure nozzle, the rotary nozzle, to just flush it through. So I got through. I made a nice mess in the filter pit, but it's only water and a bit of mud. It always can be cleaned up. Yeah, and I got through to the other side here, as you can see, flushed it through. Now what I can do, I can put a 50 mil pressure pipe or any other pipe, 50 mil. That's what I want to put under, put through, pump, pipe underneath the concrete slab, going up here, and then, as I said before, following behind to pressure filter into the planting trough. Okay, this is my little update. You can see sometimes it gets messy here, very messy. See you for the next update, probably tomorrow, when I put the pipes and the pump in or something. Let's see how far we go. Okay, we've got a bit more done here in the filter pit. So I cut you can see I cut the skimmer line off, I capped it off, and I installed the pump from out of the last water, last chamber for my multi-bay. So that is now hooked up to the skimmer there, and now I have to put all the piping in to go under the slab. Got it, as I said yesterday, done. get it. And when I get back to you, I will get back to you when I've done that all, connected all up to there. Yeah, but at the moment, quite of a mess. A lot of water came through when I cut that pipe off from the skimmer and capped it. I still quite a bit in there, even I blocked it from the inside off and had the ball valve closed, as you can see over there. Yeah, so we're getting there slowly. Good. It's my little update for now. Come back to you when I get the piping from the pump to another slab done. See you for now. Good, we're back. We just did a test run of the system, and yeah, I got a little problem with the pump. I gave the pump nice clean, and I had already a suspicion that I would have a little problem with it because the O-ring is a little bit pinched in there, and while the pump was in the water submerged, it didn't really matter. So I mean, I didn't know it by that time that it was pinched, so yeah, I just discovered it now. Yeah, it's leaking at the housing, so I'll have to see what I can do with that pinched O-ring. So I have to take the pump out and yeah, try to fix that pinch. Otherwise, it's all sealed. The piping is all sealed. That's not a big drama. That's great. So yeah, you can see pump. It goes up there, and then it comes out here, connects to the high pressure hose, and it runs to the pressure filter, and then back. One thing I have to do is I have to again put a T-piece in between and regulate the water that comes out of the pressure filter, because it's coming too much water out from there, and that trough, first I don't want that much coming through. This is a chine that comes, what comes out of there over the waterfall, it's literally a chine. So what I have to do is the same thing what I did before, put the T-piece back on and then bypass it and run water from there down into the pond. Yep, so that's the way I have to do it to get enough flow through that skimmer, because the skimmer needs a bit higher flow. I just pushed it up and it's just doing it, but I need a bit more if I want to run that skimmer full noise. Anyway, that's okay. That's a little update on so far. When it's all connected, I just have to get that pump sorted. A little pain on my rear side. Okay, we have a beer first, and then we do that pump. Okay, come back to you when I solve that problem. Till then, I'll fish. They'll probably be annoyed with me working again on the system, but that's how it goes. Good, we're back, and another update of my little project about the skimmer and the planting trough. I can only say I shouldn't have touched it. What a project this one to be. Yeah, bigger than Ben Hur, I would say. Okay, I'll turn you on and I'll show you what happened. Okay, as you can see, the pump and the piping is all installed. That's all fine, no more leaks. I sorted the pump out, that leak. What I did, the O-ring had a little, not a kink, a little uneven spot in there. I think maybe when I put it together before, maybe I squashed it or something, who knows. What I did, I put just one layer of PTF tape around that O-ring. I mean, I put the O-ring on, and then I put PTF tape around the O-ring, and then pushed it back in, and that sorted that problem out. Hopefully yeah, I guess I have to do it every time I do cleaning up or maintenance on this pump, that I have to put a new PTF tape on. So for now it's working, that's all good. Still a mess in the filter pit. I have to clean that up when I'm getting to that point. Okay, now coming over. So the hose, that's all the same there. I just tested everything is running. I have to take it off and then place the hose behind the windmill leg there. But that's all. That's a little thing, hopefully. The big problem was on the pressure filter. Let's go a little bit closer. I zoom you on in. So when I was testing it yesterday, what I didn't anticipate was when I was putting the T-piece in and then bypassing into the pond this morning, I didn't anticipate that all the water would go straight down into the bypass and nothing would come into the planting trough. So yesterday we had way too much coming on, so I put the T-piece in, built this little contraption of a return, bypass return that goes into the pond and then basically gives another flow from in that direction. So yeah, when I did that, I thought, yep, beauty. I just have a valve on the top there, and I regulate the pressure with that valve. But yeah, I didn't anticipate. Well, I'm not an expert. The plumber would have probably taught me straight away I can't do it that way, but all the water went straight down the T-piece into the bypass and nothing came out of that end piece. So I had to cut it apart, put this ball valve in between to regulate that flow. That's not all working. That is basically all morning my project, fitting that all together. And yeah, just test run. I did a test run just a couple of minutes ago, and it's all working now. So the next step will be all that hose buried behind the planter trough, make it all noise, hidden away. Yeah, and I'll come back to you when that's all done. Bye for now. We're back. So the little project is almost finished. Or a few little tweaks and stuff I have to do, but I will call this project bigger than Ben-Hur. I just decided. As you can see, I moved the feeder back to the old position in front of the bridge. So this is one of the reasons why I changed the pump and put it onto the skimmer. It's one of them. So that skimmer now has a timer. So every time the feeder is going on, that skimmer turns off for 15 minutes. It's a digital timer too, so it can't change its time. So that's done. I moved the air curtain from under the bridge to over here. Just that I wanted to see if I can push a bit more of the currency that direction. So that is all working. I'll put the old skimmer back in. I'm not sure I will keep it. I just tested at the moment, but it's working, but not a great deal. What I might do is take it out and then use the intake that's in the middle, just as a little mid intake. And these leaves, as you can see, we are in autumn. Leaves everywhere. Oh, great! That was awesome. Anyway, so the waterfall is nicely running. It's beautiful, adjusted, and I covered it nicely with these. Don't know what kind of rocks they are. Flat rocks, I call them. This is all hidden. There's another rock will cover that up. It's like, so I didn't want to bury it because that's where the hose is attached to the PVC pipe, so I just cover it with the rock so I can, anytime something happens, I can take it off or can access it. So yeah, and then let's go up there. The pre-filter is working with the bypass. Let's go around. I put all the plants in, they're all nice. Put all these plants in here. As you can see, it's crystal clear water at the moment. So of course it's the wrong timing. It's now autumn. These plants will not grow much. Some like this one, this water hibiscus, will go dormant during the winter, but that's okay. So they can establish themselves during the winter, and in springtime get the full impact, and hopefully they reduce the nitrates and phosphate in the water too. There's a little experiment I'm doing. They put bags with cleaned charcoal in there. They're all nicely cleaned, boiled, and then put in there. It's just like another biological filtration. Goes in there, and then goes through the plants, down the waterfall. Yeah. So yeah, I hope this all works. But as even this planter river is not pulling all the nitrates out, I think it is still a nice addition to just have plants here growing and have the waterfall there. It's basically similar to a barky shower, can't hurt. Okay, I think that's from me here. I hope you enjoyed this update about my little project that turned out to be bigger than I anticipated, but it's now all working, and I think I'm quite happy with it. Okay, see you next time. Bye for now, and enjoy your hobby.